This is why you should never go to a sleepover. Back in 2013, a kid named John was sleeping over at his friend's house. John and his friend Robert were having a good time playing video games and staying up late. After a while, they decided it was time to go to sleep, so they called it a night. Robert fell asleep in his bed while John tried to fall asleep in his sleeping bag. John couldn't fall asleep because he kept on hearing these strange breathing noises. He thought it was Robert snoring, so he threw a pillow at him to wake him up. Robert woke up confused and said, "What's wrong?" John said, "Stop snoring, I can't go to sleep." As soon as John said that, he looked underneath Robert's bed and saw something terrifying. There was a man with long black hair underneath Robert's bed. The man put his finger on his lips and tried to shush John, but John started screaming in terror. And you won't believe what happens next. Like for part 2.
No, shut the fuck up.
Okay, leave it on now, please.
Oh, good. Wow. That's good as well.
What the hell? Shut up. What the? Ben?
When animals are afraid, that's exactly when you should be very afraid as well. This rabbit reacted in pure fear because of this right here. Something running with half of its body gone. I'm gonna roll the clip right now.
Now that you've seen this image, you're haunted. The only way to avoid that is by clicking the plus, dropping a like, and watching the whole video. Good luck, my friends. My friends is the Expressionless. Yes, that's the name. 1972, this woman showed up to a hospital wearing nothing but a white bloody gown. I know, hospital, bloody gown, things kinda match up, but it gets worse. There are two distinct things about this woman that made people go frantic, scream, and even leave the hospital. Even doctors. First being that she wasn't exactly human. She was built like a mannequin. Not just a joke. Genuinely, she was practically a mannequin. She was not human. Was able to talk, walk, and communicate as a human, which freaked them out. She had a kid in between where her teeth should be that was spewing blood out, which was where the blood was coming from on the nightgown. Then took the kitten out of her mouth, threw it across the room, and collapsed on the floor. The hospital members tried to sedate her. She fought back, with the same blank expression on her face. It took 2 doctors to hold her down. Looked at one of the male doctors, turned her head while her face was still blank, and then smiled. Part 2 is absolutely insane, so click the plus, drop a like, and follow me for more.
Have you ever heard of the Clown Motel? It's supposedly haunted by the ghosts of clowns. We were dumb enough to spend the night here last night. That was a big mistake. There's a huge cemetery right next to the motel. They say the ghosts walk over from the cemetery to the motel at night. This clown named Charlie was filmed moving by itself on ghost adventures. He moved something of ours on camera. Many of these clowns are said to be possessed by evil spirits. We definitely made a mistake coming here. We rented the 3 most haunted rooms. And we experienced some very scary paranormal activity. We got all of it on camera too. Follow me here on TikTok to see the scary videos that I recorded in here last night. I don't think I'd ever want to come back here again after what happened to us.
25. Warning. This is not a joke. The information that's going to be shared is dangerous and life-threatening. Do not, under any circumstance, commit the actions that will be narrated. This is the world's most dangerous book ever. Shams al-Ma'arif. This book was written by Ahmad al-Buni in the 17th century. But technically, the author of this book is not a human being. I never did and will never read this book. And this is your second warning. Do not read this book. Ahmad al-Buni practiced black magic, and he was in contact with the most powerful jinns and demons before he passed away. The jinns were the authors of this book. The elder generations, like our moms and dads, have heard about this book and they were warned by it. There are thousands of horrifying stories of people who read this book. Shams al-Ma'arif explains everything about black magic, how to get in touch with the world of jinns, how to marry a jinn, and the sacrifices you have to do for the devil, and much more. Unfortunately, this book can be easily found online. One day, a Saudi Arabian man that read hundreds of books for a living decided to read this book specifically out of interest and love for all books, without fearing the consequences behind it. He reached the chapter that teaches readers how to get married to a female jinn. He laughed about it. He tried the ritual to experiment it. The first night after finishing the whole book and completing the marriage ritual, he felt someone breathing next to his face. And on the second night, he felt a hand touching his feet. And on the third night, he heard her voice. The man was officially locked in a marriage with a demon. 5 years go by. He met a normal, beautiful woman that he fell in love with, and they both decided to get married. A week before the wedding day, the bride, the bride's parents, and the groom's parents all pass and die in 3 different car crashes. These are the consequences behind this book. And it's also known from many stories of people that have died from reading the first few pages. If you don't finish reading the book, you will get killed. All my stories, all of them, are true incidents that happened one time only. But this book is a product that is permanently available online. I beg you, do not go anywhere near Shams al-Ma'arif. This video is to educate you on the dangers behind this book. Do not go anywhere close to the world of jinns.